So I'm sure every parent has caught their child putting things in their mouth that they would rather they hadn't. Luke just does this a little more often than my other children, and often to memorable results. The one time I caught him pulling the little metal bit off of a measuring tape. Those suckers have sharp edges. So I ran to him and I tried to fish it out of his mouth. And in the fight, he very defiantly swallowed it. And somewhere in between going from panic to frustration with this kid and then back to panic, it was like everything went still, everything froze, all the dust swirling in the air just hung there, suspended for a moment. If there had been a hummingbird, its wings would have gone slowly and gracefully, and I locked eyes with him, and he was smirking because in his mind he had won, and I have no idea what my face looked like, but my heart was full because this mess of a boy was my boy. But also very clearly his father's boy. So back to panic. I can't believe he didn't scream as that thing went down because it had very sharp corners on it. There's no way that it was going to go through his system without perforating a bowel. So I rushed him to the hospital and they took an x-ray. And by the time they got the x-ray, it had gone too far, so they couldn't just go down and get it. It would have been major surgery by that point. So they said, we might as well take the chances of it passing through on its own. You know, if he's showing signs of pain or anything else is abnormal, come on in and we'll remove it. And this isn't a suspense thing here going on, so I'll just tell you that it passed just fine. But what was funny was the doctor said, now, does he do this a lot? Because on the x-ray, we actually see a lot of stuff in his stomach that isn't food. Yes, doctor, he does this all the time. Yes, I can remember him sitting in the muddiest part of the backyard that he could find at our next door neighbor's house, just eating mud by the handful, just shoving it in his mouth, and our neighbor teasing us that we were going to have to replace that. And I'm told him, yeah, I'll get it back to you in a few hours and it'll be very fertilized. And anyway, this is how we found out that he had a syndrome called pica, where you eat non-food items, usually caused by deficiency. In Luke's case, iron. I've only met one other person in person that had pica. When she was pregnant, she used to hide in the bathrooms and eat paper towel. You know who you are. $20 or I release your name in my next video. So the doctor asked me, how much milk are you giving him? And I was nervous to tell him because I thought, I hope I'm giving him enough. I was worried I wasn't giving him enough. So I said, we're giving him 3 bottles. And the doctor said, yeah, actually that's too much. He was getting too much calcium and it was blocking his iron absorption. Now, I don't think I ever would have found out that he had an iron deficiency issue otherwise, because to me I associate low iron with low energy, which does not describe Lucas in the slightest. The kid runs like he's got a motor. So here I thought I wasn't giving him enough and I was giving him too much. You really can't win as a parent.